kind of solving the rag problem.
It was manual.
What's manual? That's for the automotive department.
Yeah, it was.
See, those are very difficult to keep up with. The changes in that automotive area are right up. Focus up to be a research engineer. We updated a year before that for the ASC certification. Since this was possible to carry that was not I have certain parts. I don't exceed my budget.
No, I think that's why I questioned that. Why you're doing it now.
I'm in the back. You don't have to see me anyway.
Stuff when Jeff can comment.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic.
Honored guests, Peter McLean, Professor at the University of Hartford, Joseph Chessie, Mayor of the City of Chicopee, Herbert Curry, Superintendent of Schools, Mitchell Cusdell, Principal of Chicopee Comprehensive High School, Douglas Gray, Director of Vocational Education, Alfred Pintiak, Vice Principal of Chicopee Comprehensive High School, Kathleen Baker, Acting Assistant Principal, Ruth Giannakopoulos, Assistant Director of the Vocational Education, Deborah Tatro, School Committee Member, and Mary Ellen Channing, Advisor, parents, and fellow classmates. Welcome to the 7th Annual Honor Society Induction Ceremony. We are here to initiate the new members of our chapter of the National Honor Society. This year's chapter intends to make this the most productive year ever.
And now I'd like to introduce Joseph Chessie, the Mayor of Chicopee.
Thank you very much. Honored guests on stage, family, friends, but most of all, the newly inductees to the National Honor Society. It's indeed a pleasure to be here. This probably is one of my favorite schools to come to because I have such good friends here as Mitch Cusdell, Al Pinsiak, and of course, Superintendent Herb Curry, which I have the greatest admiration for these gentlemen. I think they do a fine job. And actually, it's one of the first times I'm ever coming to Chicopee Comp and I don't have a Mitch Cusdell joke. So, I'll take it easy on Mitch tonight. But today, we see that the world really belongs to those who are going to give the extra effort, those who are going to reach out for a brass ring in hopes of obtaining it. What we have here tonight are individuals who have given that second effort, who want to do their very, very best, who want to get ahead. That's why we're here to honor them tonight, to acknowledge them for their efforts. Too many times we read in a paper or we see on the news everything that's going bad in the world today, with our children today. Sometimes I sit in City Hall and I wonder why the press only calls me when there's controversial news or bad news. That's because it sells. More of an effort has to be placed on individuals such as these who are here tonight, who have shown they can do it. To those individuals I say, don't stop now. Continue, because you have to continue the rest of your life. You have to be willing to give that little extra the rest of your life. But don't forget, because of the goal that you've achieved now, people will expect this of you, and it becomes an obligation of yours to give something back. to help those who need help, who are less fortunate than you. Also, you have to remember those who have helped you get here today. Your teachers, the principal, the vice principal, but most of all, your parents. I don't think a parent has ever not wanted their children to do better than them. There's not a parent around that doesn't want that. They want it of you, that's why they helped you get where you are today. Remember that. So on behalf of the city of Chicopee, I want to acknowledge what you've accomplished and to give you the best wishes of the city of Chicopee for the continued success in your future. Thank you.
Peter McLean has been an assistant professor at the Hartford Art College at the University of Hartford for 25 years. He's a graduate of South Hadley High School, the Massachusetts College of Art, and Syracuse University. Mr. McLean is a well-known artist in the Connecticut Valley, was a recent winner of the Cleveland 8th International Drawing Biennale, and last year's Massachusetts Art.
Go on here. It is so wonderful to participate in this positive occasion, and I congratulate you on your outstanding academic achievements. I am honored and privileged to have this opportunity to share with you a few brief remarks. As enthusiastic and creative young people facing a very harsh and problematic world, it will be necessary for you to serve your society in roles of leadership, working in cooperation with other individuals and many diverse factions within our culture. Each night on the evening news, we are made aware of what seems to be overwhelming. Has written several compelling books. One of these books, The Sacred and the Profane, has some important meaning for us. In this book, he compares differing world cultural views concerning man's interrelationship to the earth and nature. Ancient cultures, Native American cultures, and many so-called primitive tribes today can be defined as sacred or in a total physical and spiritual connectedness with the earth. In this case, all matter, in this case, profitable ends. We are part of a profane culture which seems now to be in very serious trouble. In sacred society, all individuals of the group share in various functional responsibilities and supportive interdependence for the benefit of the whole community. It seems modern culture needs this process more than ever. Since you began your educations and in your future learning experiences.
Mr. Mayor, I'll get a joke on you, yeah. Mr. Curry, Superintendent of Schools, Professor McLean, he's quite an artist. I wish he did bring some of his exhibits in here. He's extremely talented, and those of you that may be in Worthington someday, take a little walk off the off-beaten road, go through about 10 miles of pickers and whatever it is to find his home. And then when you do get there, he has a series of little bulldogs there waiting for you. So that's the reception you're going to get in Worthington. I went up there one time and he threw a bushel of potatoes at me and I didn't know who the devil he was until Kathy Baker says, that's my favorite artist. Mrs. Tatro, Mr. Gray, Mrs. Giannakopoulos, and I can't forget Mr. Pintiak is there, and also Mary Ellen Channing. Before I came here today, I was a little bit late in arrival, but I had a message that Mrs. Channing lives. If you think you feel great about that coat of 8 years ago, I have the same suit that I graduated with in 1942. So I know how he's going to feel, but if we had more time, I'd like to give him a little needle here, because many times in school with all of our fine students, I feel like a pincushion when everyone is needling me. So it's a great feeling to be here today and have other people bear the brunt. The important message that we have for all of these fine young ladies and gentlemen who are in the National Honors and in the Pro Merit Societies is that education is never ending.
education, to have many of the wonderful programs that we have had for many long years. Your education was nurtured, as I mentioned here, and I heard the professor mention, not only by your parents and not only by your teachers, but also by your good old grandparents. You know, we have to give credit to the grandparents because they are the molding force of our society. They never lost their values, and I know that they wish to instill within all of our youth some of the good old things that we had in the good old days, and that is the ethics of hard work and the production of quality, which seems to be lacking.
October 23rd. Coming up next month, on December 9th and 10th, we will be working in Phonathon for the Camper Association. We offer tutorial services to help students who need help in school. We also hold fundraisers. The profits go to the scholarship funds for the seniors at graduation. On October 26th, we had a National Honor Society softball game to help raise funds. For Christmas, we will be having our annual candy cane sale. This year, we're trying a new program called Adopt a Family for Christmas. A family will be chosen. We then seek donations for the children.
John Hargis. Every year, the National Honor Society commends an individual within the school system who exemplifies the spirit of education and who has contributed their efforts beyond what has been called for. Those who are honored can be looked upon as examples of community servants, scholars, and citizens of their communities. It is important to single out these individuals as examples of people who give of themselves to help advance their community and as role models for the generations of children who have not yet experienced the immense opportunities offered to us by all the education processes. In past years, teachers have been honored by the National Honor Society because of their abilities as educators, authority figures, and as friends to the students they deal with on a daily basis. Until this year, it has been an accepted practice to honor teachers. However, this year we will honor a different kind of teacher, a student, or to be more precise, one male and one female student. Students, as peers of their fellow classmates, can often have just as much, if not more, influence on other students than teachers can have. Students also have the ability to learn from their mistakes and follow those examples which lead to success. Indeed, most students depend more on other students for advice, help with schoolwork, and social problems than they depend on teachers. So, it is only a logical conclusion to commend those students who have shown the best example of what our educational system hopes to produce. What better way is there to accomplish this than by awarding these students through their academic affiliation with the National Honor Society? Tonight, I will present to you one of the two students who we will honor tonight. This student has taken part in many various school activities over his past 4 years here at Chicopee Comprehensive High School. These activities include participation on the debate team, the school's Match Wits program, the chess club, and the yearbook staff. This student has also been commended by the Society of Women in Engineering for his extensive work in the classroom and is now entering his second year as a member of the National Honor Society. This student has also served many valuable voluntary hours at the Chicopee Soup Kitchen and at Kate's Kitchen, going well beyond what is normally required. All of these characteristics have led us to choose Jeff Horner as a student who well deserves to be honored by his peers. I would now like to call upon Maria Ward to speak.
Those that are fortunate enough to know her will definitely agree with the fact that she is a generous person. As a student, she is always willing to help other students by tutoring during her study periods. As a volunteer, she unselfishly gives of herself, simply because she enjoys making the lives of those who are less fortunate happier and more meaningful. She spent considerable time during the school year and throughout the summer visiting with elderly shut-ins. She has also spent time and effort assisting in soup kitchens for the poor and the homeless. As a member of her family, she has given most of her time, never neglecting those who love her the most. As a friend, she is understanding and supportive. Those that have taken the opportunity to know her realize what a true and marvelous friend she really is. Her hard work in high school has taken her to the top 2% of our senior class, proving her dedication to excel. In her extracurricular activities, she has shown leadership abilities. Those who have worked with her, especially the yearbook staff, appreciate her efforts. Therefore, I would like to honor Sarah Burton as National Honor Society Student of the Year. on this plaque, which will be permanently displayed in Chickadee Company High School. We'd now like to take this time out to show our appreciation to advisor Christian. The oldest and most common induction ceremony is the candle lighting service. I'd like to draw your attention towards this one-lit candle, which represents the eternal light of knowledge. Next to it is 4 unlit candles representing leadership, service, scholarship, and character. The membership of the Chicopee Comprehensive High School chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities held in high esteem by this society. 4 of our members will review these qualities for the candidates. Jeff Kijak on leadership.
Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader strives to train and
Many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or without recognition is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow. Will now explain scholarship.
Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for education ends only with life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by
distinguishes that person from other people. It gives each person individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself or can attain respect from others. It is this force of character which guides us through life, and once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved.
We have 2 letters of commendation from the National Merit Scholarship Program to present this evening. The first is to John D. Hargis. And the next one is to Melissa M. Goodenough. Would the new members, the juniors and the newly qualified seniors, please stand and raise your right hand to take the pledge? Repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected, striving in every way, by word and deed, to make its ideals the ideals of my school and of my life. Thank you. Now we're going to present certificates. Robert Lusty. Deanna Dussault. Wendy Barabani. Lance Bartos. Don Belanger. Daniel Bergeron. Matt Burby. Janelle Lloyd Lowe. Scott Boyson. Tracy Grobel. Mark Hebert. Shannon Holobecky. Jody Klakatka. Patricia Camone. Peter Lebrecht. Virginia Latrenta. Randy Manso. Robert Medina. Kimberly O'Neill. Jeffrey Perlick. Jason Quinneville. Jeremy Riberty. And Amelia Swanigan. Will the juniors and the newly inducted please stand? Bowler. Jennifer Kader. Anthony Comiskey. Robert Dugry. Marcy Gilmet. Elizabeth LaBelle. Harry Nicodemus. Sherilyn Rimillard. Richard Slinsky. Valerie Bainville.
We're getting falling down the stairs.
Paula Bowyer. Timothy Curtin. Paula DeCalca. Dennis DeSormier. Amy Dooley. Sharon Dowd. Mark Drapo. Shane Duclos. Martha Duggar. Michelle Fontaine. Lisa Fortin. Adrian Gordon. Laura Kozlowski. Scott Levante. Catherine LaFontaine. Christine Lakota. Kimberly Leonard. Samantha Metcalf. Marlene Miskett. David McCullough. Timothy Murphy. Paul
First, let me thank you for inviting me to be with you this evening. As superintendent, I certainly attend a lot of functions, meetings. Some are enjoyable, some are almost. This is in the enjoyable category. It's nice to see people recognized for academic achievement while they're still in school, naturally in front of their peers. It's a joy to be here. I'm not sure if you realize it yet, but as an inductee, you now become a member of an elite group within this building. If you need proof of that, look around in your classes tomorrow. Find out how many of the people in your classes were sitting here with you this evening. You'll find that you are an elite group. Well, the term elite is not negative either. In fact, actually, the term elite, as far as you people are concerned, is the best. They're going to expect it from you. I guess what I'm saying is please don't rest on your laurels. You're not done yet. You've got a long way to go. Again, please let me congratulate you on your accomplishments. Keep up the good work, do what you're doing, and best of luck to each and every one of you. Thank you.
The National Honor Society would like to thank you for coming. Please remain seated while guests and the members exit. Please join us in the library. Thank you.
Was looking at my beautiful face going,
Down there.
Okay, so I'll look at your face.
you won't look at that either.
I got so many glasses. They all love
I liked it. I was just way the back no one could see me.
No, I couldn't turn around or anything.
Trish, I can see you.
Shut up! Trish, ready to turn around?
Culinary arts outdid themselves.
Yeah, they did. But didn't last year we have a bunch of video slides?
Yeah.
What are those little things?
Why don't you try it? You never know what they are.
I don't know what they are. What are they? Like fingers? I don't know.
No. Every single function, you always manage to get me on that thing.
Put the camera in my face.
Rib, let's check out the tie.
I like your tie.
Brand new. Brand new.
Let me see. Oh yeah, she matched. Really? Alright. Dave, I wouldn't Dave. No, when your mother comes in, I'll show her. Stuff like that.
Hi.
Any speech?
Feels great.
Okay. Come on, you want to be in the video yearbook, don't you?
I am honored to be part of National Honor Society, and thank you very much.
Ooh.
Thank you.
I know, but I yelled at you.
Hey, wait, we gotta get a shot of this lovely couple here. What's up?
No, I don't.
No, isn't that sweet? Oh, well. It's off, Cher. How's it going? It's going, Dave. It's not going. Yeah, it is. Let me just take note of my part first.
No! Get that!
It's blackmailing me.
What's up, Trisha?
Hi.
Isn't that cute? Should I leave now? Back on.
Yes, you should leave now, Mark.
Okay.
No, go away. Mark.
Attention! March! Down! Advance! March! Down! Advance! March! Down! Advance! Hurry up! Attention! March! Down! Advance! March! Down! Advance! March! Down! Advance! Attention! You better learn your lesson, boys, because next time it's going to be worse than this. Cut! Thank you. Yep, see you later. Cat! 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 Maybe me and you could do something after the war. Get together or something. Tell me what, I'll give you mine instructions. May I help you? Been hit in the shins. He's dead. He's still dead. He can't be dead. He's dead. I tell you, dead. You want his paper? And his money and everything? Are you related to him?
October 1918.
Good.
He fell on October 1918, on a day that was so quiet and still on the whole front that the Army report confided itself to a single sentence: all quiet on the Western Front. One day, he laid on the earth as though sleeping. Turning him over, one saw that he could not have suffered long. His face had an expression of calm, as though almost glad the end had come.
I don't photograph
You're
boys.
typing. Okay, take a picture here.
You better pictures and say that. Yeah, watch me go dancing now. Huh?
All right.
You think I can see?
Get your feet off the desk, please.
Sorry.
Thank you. Jessica.
Watch this. Tape this. This is frustration. Ugh. Make sure you edit that part out too. Thank you, Charles. I can't type this crap. Oh, I had some already, though. Sarah, how about I photocopy yours and just change the name?
You're all supposed to be busy here. This is accounting class. Right, Bernie?
Thank you.
Mr. Matthews, did you be in the yearbook?
Hi, Darren. Get away
from
me.
What kind of a normal balance do asset accounts have?
What?
Tell me you don't know. Credit, what did
Do
you
not
say?
know.
Assets.
Do not.
Back in chapter 4.
Asset.
What What kind of normal balance?
I know. That's it.
It's usually zero because we're not
Debit.
supposed to have anything left over.
Debit. Okay, how about any liability account? What kind of normal balance? Credit. How about expense account?
Debit.
Debit. How about capital account?
Credit.
Credit.
Credit. And how about
Jay.
drawing account?
Debit or credit.
Who cares?
You know you want to go to camera. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Turn that thing away from us.
It's not Aaron. I wouldn't be looking right into it.
My Kim was moaning grown about this handwriting.
Not on camera.
I'm trying my best. I'm trying.
Can't use that one again, huh?
Don't bother somebody else, you jerk.
Sounds good. Now.
And you're going to be Okay, this is a scanning and scanning.
Do you understand?
Great, okay.
Well, do you think that'll ever happen? Probably not. The question of whether Dan Quayle is ready to take over is immaterial, because the law says he takes over if the president is incapacitated. Now, as I said, when LBJ took over for JFK after the assassination in Dallas, he was all alone. He had no vice president. Remember, when Nixon resigned, he had already appointed Ford the vice president. Ford then took over, and he in turn appointed Nelson Rockefeller as the vice president. Well, the only two appointed vice presidents in American history. Okay? Now, let's get back. The Secret Service. The Secret Service was created by a fellow named Alan Pinkerton. Anybody ever heard of Alan Pinkerton? Movie fans. Alan Pinkerton. Oh, you guys. You know, I don't know. He's the guy, Alan Pinkerton. Never heard of him, right? Became very famous after the Civil War because he and his Pinkerton detectives tracked down the likes of Jesse James, the Dalton Gang. They became very famous. But Pinkerton invented the Secret Service. Basically, he was hired to do espionage work, as a spy, during the Civil War. He then took on the job of protecting the president because they were very much afraid that the president might be killed. Ironically, the Secret Service was not on the job the night in Ford's Theater. And what happened in Ford's Theater? Mr. Dubelo, what happened in Ford's Theater? He was shot. And where was his bodyguard? Anybody ever heard the story? The guy was out having a beer. Yeah. He went downstairs to have a cold one, and the president died. I'm sure he felt pretty bad about it. The secret. You want just anything?
Just keep
Okay.
going, keep going.
Sometimes people go through a stage where they will choose one thing over another. I absolutely hate this. Will choose one thing over another, and eventually this will phase out in their life. They won't get hung up on this forever, but sometimes it does carry over into adult life. And unless it becomes a serious health problem, it really is not that serious. They don't spend much time trying to understand something like pica, but it does occur. And you might hear of it from time to time. Believe it or not, there are even admitted picas who eat things such as metal and glass, records, plastic, things that you would think would kill a person. Sometimes
Can they digest it?
What?
Can they digest it?
It's either digest or pass through.
Why? Is there any reason for that?
They don't really know much about this. This is one of those real mysterious diseases. They don't know too much about this. Okay, any other questions? You want to raise your hand and show how good you are for the video cam here? Okay. All right, the last feeding disturbance we're going to look at is what can be called obesity. And this is usually something that occurs in a cyclic nature. That is,
Just ask me, Mrs. C, because I know all the answers. Beatrice Taylor.
Oh, there goes the actor.
Beatrice Taylor was...
up.
Hey, come on, I'm the one giving the answers here. The pregnant lady who Emily Brent threw out on the street and then she committed suicide.
Why did Emily throw her on the out?
Because she was pregnant.
And unmarried.
Unmarried. The harlot.
Very good.
Bye, Jeremy.
That's it, Jeremy.
Hey, goodbye.
No, I'm just moving. Moving. Can't get the same
Checking
thing.
the answers.
Oh, Jeremy, that's it?
Justin is talks.
Cut that one out, though. All right, let's continue with this. Number 6. Number 6.
Number 6.
All right, who's going to do 6? Somebody besides
In search of any cave or secret passage.
Rob,
Keep it up.
There's somebody hiding on the island that's killing everybody.
Rob.
It's because some people haven't done their reading.
He's gonna cut the whole thing out because you are monopolizing it. We want to be in the video yearbook. All right. All right.
And have,
Virginia.
they don't have a clue what they're
Excuse
talking
me,
about.
Virginia.
I'll answer the next question because he already did 6.
Okay, Virginia's turn. Go ahead, Virginia, number
7.
7? General MacArthur was sitting and thinking. He was just like sitting. I know, and he was sitting there just like in a trance.
No, not yet.
What the
He
right
said
trance?
trance.
Yeah, he was just. General MacArthur was just sitting there in a trance, thinking.
Very good.
Wasn't doing much, and it's black and white day today. See?
All right. How about 9? Somebody on this side of the room. 9. All right, wait a minute.
Dick Gilbo.
Get Gilbo.
He had to climb down the cliffs to see if there's a cave or something, for somebody to hide in.
Okay.
Who's he?
They were looking on the side of the cliff for a cave for something to hide in.
Okay.
They.
He said he.
That's okay. Explore. It's in our question, yeah.
Well, only
All right.
one person went down the side of the cliff. It was that day.
10, Rob. And only one person. What did Mr. Rogers request?
Mr. Rogers?
Obviously, Jeff Gossett is not reading. You can tell he has senioritis. Okay. Okay, and new patient.
All the good
Guest All right, let's Shannon's turn. Get Shannon's face because it.
Shannon, can you answer a question, please? Well, obviously Shannon has senioritis and is not reading her book.
I know more about this book than Dina does.
How was McCracken murdered, Shannon?
I don't know.
Why not, Shannon?
Was he stunned with bludgeon?
Oh, come on.
Why
Why don't you say, obviously Shannon has senioritis and has not been doing her reading like you did.
Ted, oh, very good, Shannon. Very
Shannon,
good.
our class pervert. Shannon's class pervert.
I'm
What did
class
you
leader, and I tell Rob to do
We got, I don't want to criticize.
Oh, yeah.
So listen, remember, sound waves, sonar is sound waves, underwater objects. Radar is, it's a form of electromagnetic radiation, radio waves. You know, just how you hear something from the TV or something from the radio. They send radio waves from a transmission tower. And you have a detector in your radio, your capacitor of your radio, you adjust that, you pick up the signal and then the radio does certain things with it so you get the sound out. But they're completely different. Sound, travels a lot slower. Now it'll be faster because it's going through the water. Radio waves, they travel the same speed as light. Anybody remember how fast light travels?
186,000 miles per second.
All right, 186,000 miles per second. When you have sound, sound in water probably goes 1 mile a second. Now that's a big difference. I would think it's big. I like to run 186,000 miles per second. Okay? Right? What's that?
You'd actually survive.
I would survive. Boy, I'd be around the world 7 times plus.
Flash.
Huh?
I think you're Flash. They took that out of the air.
Okay. All right, so everybody have this idea about sonar for underwater objects. Radar, for objects in the air. It reflects off the metal skin of the planes. Okay, we're almost done here. Did we put a good show on for you? Huh? For my #1 man, Cecil B. DeMille here. You want to get in the easy way through? You better, Mr. Kennedy, somebody here special for you.
I don't want to. Get out of here.
I don't read it.
What are you using?
New funky soda.
Let's see what happens when we mix all these together. One big beaker.
Move down into the